persistence. What you've already planted and taking the time to be patient. You've already done the work, planted the seed, and simply trusting that what you planted will come through isn't about planting anything. It's about just waiting it out, which can be difficult. It can be devastation, but it's also a cleansing, a cleaning, a clearing out. And in that clearing out, there might be a devastation. It might be painful in that process, but like when we are wounded, that scrape, in order for it to properly heal, it needs to be cleansed, which can be painful when it's an open wound, but it still needs to be cleansed. It still needs to be cleared in order to heal properly. To persist in what you've already planted in the past. Think about what you already planted. Reflection on what you've already planted, if it still aligns with what you are wanting, the care you actually implemented for your pentacles to grow. You will see if your hard work, if the work you put in will actually come through and start growing. And if it doesn't, then you know the care, attention, intention you gave to your manifestation needs to be shifted a little. Maybe you needed to give it more water, maybe you need to give it less water, maybe you need to change the soil. You need to avoid greediness. You need to avoid keeping the pentacles to yourself. You need to understand that from abundance, from the result of abundance, from the hard work you already put in, the goal of this month for you, Libra, is patience and trust that what you already planted is going to come through, and the seed you planted is going to start. There will be the result of what you planted, but there must be patience. But in that time, you need to avoid Four of Pentacles. This is greediness, self-containment. Libra, you need to embrace emotional maturity, being in the flow, your intuition, understanding that what you have planted is going to come through, but it comes through from the energy of the King of Cups, of being in the flow, understanding that the cycles of the earth, of the pentacles, comes through by understanding there's highs and lows and there's weather changes, and making adjustments as you go through the threshold of your emotion. And this isn't containing yourself. The advice is to avoid the Four of Pentacles, providing what you have learned or providing your materialism towards others if you can. You are, as the King of Cups, you are an emotional teacher. You can guide others in how to sustain their pentacles, their material, their physical realm, by going through the emotions. The King of Cups has mastered their emotional state. While you're waiting for what you have planted to come through, it's mastering the emotional feeling state of where you want to be, how you want to feel. And you can, as the King of Cups, this is an energy that you need to embrace. This is what you are here to master this month. What you need to evaluate this month is the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. You haven't yet mastered your mind. Page of Swords, all these thoughts. You haven't mastered your sword in order to master your physical realm. So this is through the mind you will be able to have more security in your physical material world, that you're not able to see what's coming through the seeds you've planted, and so then you're in the state of abandonment. You're in the state of constantly abandoning your projects because you don't yet see that they are flourishing, letting your limiting thoughts cloud. You see all these little birds above his head kind of cloud your attention But what you need to persist on is patience and trusting it will all come through. It's not abandoning it at the first sight, and it's about mastering your thoughts in order to master your physical realm. This is about being in the flow of divine timing and trusting. We're continuously getting trust that your luck is going to change, that the wheel of fortune is in your favor. So you need to move on from things when things aren't working out, to move on, to be able to let go and move through the waters, which is mastering the King of Cups energy. If you're constantly in the state of the Five of Cups or the Five of Pentacles, then it is time to move on. Even if you have planted the seeds for it to grow and you keep continuously. The Seven of Pentacles is always an interesting card for me because he looks disappointed even when he is seeing the pentacles that he's put the seeds in flourishing. So it's a time to understand when it's time to move on, to not cling onto projects or people or things or situations that are simply leaving you out in the cold. It's through the King of Cups, the water energy, that we shift our own divine timing by moving in the flow of water. It's moving through the wavy currents, which might be unpredictable, and cutting the energy so that you have control on your emotions, how you react, how you respond. By moving through the erratic waters, it's able to distill a state of calmness even in devastation. This is how you move through. You shift the wheel of fortune, because often the wheel of fortune indicates if you're rich, then you're going to be poor. If you're poor, you're going to be rich. But also the wheel of fortune is about destiny. And sometimes we can't control certain circumstances or characters. We can control our own emotional currents. And so this month for Libra, it's about mastering the King of Cups. By being in the King of Cups, even in a state of Three of Swords, by mastering your emotions in this devastation, you will turn around your fortune. You will pivot your fortune. Maybe not overflowing your emotions to others. Avoid offering people your Ace of Cups when you're in a state of abandonment. To embrace the King of Cups. The King of Cups knows that filling up his own cup is going to, the overflow will then feed the people